New Bedford Art Museum Artworks. My name is Ashley Occhino and I'm the Executive Director. And with me today, I have our Curator, Jamie Uretsky.
Hi.
And we're excited to bring you our 2020 Members Exhibition. Woo! And we also have a special guest with us today, Museum Dog. We're at the museum, we're distanced, but we're together and we're here to announce today our 2020 Members Exhibition. We'd like to congratulate the 3 winners who, well, we'll get to that in a little bit. We don't want to give that away right at the beginning, but we want to at least acknowledge all the wonderful entries that we received this year. How many entries did we receive total?
There was over 100.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And that's pretty amazing considering everything that's been going on the past few months. And so I just personally want to say thank you very much to our museum members. Our members move this museum forward in ways that we couldn't do without you. We hope to continue to be a platform for you to share your work with the community. And we also really want to be there to support you as well as we implement different programs in the future, whether here at the museum or online for you to enjoy. So that being said, I also want to say thank you to our 2020 Members Exhibition sponsor. We had a sponsor this year. Shout out to NB Creative. Thank you so much for your sponsorship. What you allowed us to do is to make this absolutely free for our members to participate. And I think that that was really important. And one of the things that I am excited about, because this is a virtual exhibition this year, is we received some virtual entries, and we received entries from people who may not have been able to enter had they had to drop work off here at the museum. And so we're excited that this exhibition, like other virtual exhibitions that we've presented to you in the past few months, will be able to be seen by thousands of people across the globe. And so without further ado, let's kind of start digging into some of the 2020 Members Exhibition.
So someone I want to talk about really quickly before we dive in is our lovely juror, Dina Dench. She I met her years ago at the Curator. She was a curator there for a while. She's done curatorial work all over New England, and now she's the director and chief curator at the Tufts Galleries. She is like a phenomenal human, finger on the pulse, smart lady. And so she picked these works, and it's just such a great surprise to see what juror picks, like what they pick every year, because like our first artist that we're going to get into, there are members who apply every year, and I'm stoked to see like a different sort of, or get a different like point of view on work that we see yearly. So big thanks to Dina. Dina, you are a gem.
Thank you.
We love you. And I've said this to members before, but selfishly for me, I would love this show every year because I get to see what our members are making. And the awesome thing about our members and this community is that people are just pumping out work all the time. And so we'll touch on it a little bit today on some of the new things we're seeing from people that have been with us for a long time. And we'll touch on some work today that is brand new to us that we're very excited about. And then also one thing about that sponsorship, which rules, is that it made it possible for us. Is it the first time ever? We are putting out cash prizes to 3 artists are going to get a little bit of cash money for doing what they do.
Thank you to our members. We appreciate you so much. And without further ado, we're going to kind of jump in now and highlight a few pieces that Jamie and I would like to share with you, and then we'll announce our 3 winners.
Yeah, and also we will be highlighting artists throughout the months of the shows online. It's going to be up through November, so keep an eye out for that. Come back to our YouTube page, come back to our website.
Subscribe.
Hey, there's some essays, there are some creative convos, interviews, and all kinds of things to look out for. Today, the first artist that we want to highlight, though, Milton. Look at this piece. He is lovely. His work is lovely. This guy, born and raised right here in New Bedford, which we love. And he makes beautiful stuff.
it's those warm yellows and oranges. Maybe I love yellow right now, but those magenta hues that you find that he just builds upon that surface.
Exactly.
Love it.
Especially when he's painting water. I mean, you see a lot of water paintings here in New Bedford, and the warmth that he pulls out of water is like really something special. And year after year, our jurors keep picking his work for this show, which is pretty telling, right? So congratulations to him, Milton. Okay, so this next work is a perfect example of what you were talking about before, which our sponsor made it possible for people from all different kinds of backgrounds to apply for a show at an art museum. And what that resulted in was work like this from Spencer Pippin. This is a new member to us. He's currently, or you know, I actually don't know Spencer's pronouns, so they are currently a student. And we have a couple of those in the show, which I'm stoked on. Like,
Art's for everyone.
Art's
There's
for
no
everyone.
age limit, actually. I should say this going forward for people interested maybe applying it in the future. There's no age restriction to our members exhibition.
And there's also like no age restriction to our membership. And our lowest membership is what, $35?
For 1 year.
For 1 year, which we keep stuff like that low because like, I don't know, like
We're accessible.
Yeah.
We definitely want to be accessible. And like I said, we're here for the members as much as you're here to support us with your membership. We're here to support you as well. And so with an artist like Spencer,
Yeah.
congratulations. Like, you're now part of the members exhibition. And
Yeah.
and hopefully it gets you some more clicks and likes and all those things that we want to get in this virtual world we live in.
Totally. And the thing about this piece that I like so much is, again, I guess I'm a sucker for like a pastel color palette, but also this sort of assertion of identity is, you know, it's such like a lovely thing to be making artwork about, and we see people of all ages making artwork about their identity or about its particular kinds of identity, and to see a young person making work thinking about constructing an identity is like really, I don't know. I have hope in the youth right now. They're what keep me going. So thank you, Spencer, for applying, and of course, we love it.
Congratulations.
The next artist we want to talk about is a longtime friend of the museum. Had a solo show a couple years ago here. It's Adrienne Teo. This piece here is one example of this massive body of work that this wonderful human makes. And my favorite thing about Teo's, well, not necessarily about Teo's work, because there's a lot of favorite things about his work, but something really cool that happened that's maybe like a great example of the way this community just like constantly supports each other is that we had the show, and then the curator from across the street, our friends at the library, saw his work, and now there are 2 pieces from that show in the library's collection.
In the collection. So if you go to the New Bedford Free Public Library, you walk right in, Adrienne's piece is right there for you to enjoy. And so that's something where, as a museum whose original founding mission was to really highlight the collection, we're excited to be contributing to the collection.
Yeah, and just, you know, and and again, longtime friend of the museum, applies for things, supports us in lots of ways, so it's great when we see his work selected for a show like this. So thank you, Adrienne.
And congratulations.
Congrats.
So the piece that I'd actually like to highlight next is by Wendy Stern. Wendy actually has 2 pieces that were accepted into the 2020 members exhibition, so congratulations. And the reason I wanted to highlight this particular piece is I love craft, and being able to see this wonderful modern contemporary take of the traditional New England sampler, where you would have a family tree as part of your stitching practice when you're working on your needlework. And so Wendy's interpretation of this is wonderful, where you see all of her different family members here in a very fun way that you never really see perhaps 200 years ago in a sampler, but it's telling a similar story, and it's recording the family history. And to be able to do that type of needle and stitch work definitely requires a steady, good hand. And Wendy's actually a retired doctor. And so I think that that's something that I would like to highlight when people say that they're maybe not artistic or an artist that creative people come in all shapes and forms, and
Right.
and so I'm so thrilled, Wendy, that you entered our exhibition this year, and that we can highlight this wonderful piece, and we'll put up her second piece here. And so this one again is a little bit more traditional, but just the interpretation and the composition of the florals that she's put together, and again, just the craft work behind it, I have a real appreciation for it.
Yeah, that's totally, I mean, you know, she wasn't the only healthcare professional that applied for this and got it. I think there were 3 healthcare professionals that were like, well, I, spent my lifetime being a surgeon, and now I'm making, and I'm like, what do you mean now you're making this? This is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like, have you been making this stuff on the side the whole time while also being a surgeon?
We can only hope.
Yeah.
There's a backlog somewhere, all this amazing work. But anyway, thank you, Wendy. Congratulations. Your piece really speaks to us. Gorgeous.
Now, how about we highlight the winners?
Yes, let's talk about the winners. Winners. All right.
First, you're all winners. Yes, we have 3 winners. There's 3 cash prizes. So let's give out some cash.
Let's do it.
That's all I want to do.
All right.
First one is honorable mention. The honorable mention goes to Claudia FLYNN for Cerebral Seed. Here it is. Claudia, first of all, people could enter up to 3 works. She entered all 3. All 3 of her works were selected for this exhibition. An incredibly skilled artist. I love that they were sculptural. And Cerebral Seed is a gorgeous piece. Claudia, thank you for applying, and
Congratulations.
Woo! Okay, are we ready for the next one?
Yes, let's do it. Our first runner-up is...
I know who it is. Okay, so the first runner-up is a friend to the museum. 2 of her pieces got in. Lives in Providence. One of the only encaustic painters who applied. And Nancy Whitcomb.
Nancy!
And so your piece, Keep Your Distance.
Good reminder for us right now, as we are socially distancing from each other, or at least, yeah.
We're socially. As we're socially distancing, congratulations, Nancy. Thank you for all the volunteering you do here. You are a respected member of the Providence community, artist community of this community. This is very well deserved, super relevant piece. Thank you for applying, and congratulations.
Congratulations.
Are you ready to hear our winner?
I'm so excited about our winner.
Okay, this is what
I actually feel like it's winners.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was going to say it. The best in show, Pam Haas' painting of Scott. Now, I just want to remind everybody that we did not select this. But when we saw this, we both yelped, because look at Scott's face. I mean, first
It's like he's here with us.
He is here with us. He's here. It's like he's offering me one of his famous margaritas, and I'm just like, Scott. I am a little sad that this isn't in the museum at all times, so I can just stare at Scott's face. But it is online, and
one of the things that I would say is with this picture, I definitely encourage you with all of the pieces from this members exhibition to take a moment and go through the virtual gallery. It's literally walking through our Skylight Gallery. Jamie's done an excellent job curating the work throughout the space, but it also allows you to really zoom in and see details that we would not want you to be up that close to in person. And I think that Pam's painting of Scott is a great example of that, because to you in virtual land, it looks very different to us who would be up close to it. And so this is one where you need to zoom in and really take in the picture.
The reason why I would get up and close and personal with this painting, not just because it's Scott and we love Scott, but also because of the way Pam applies her paint. It's both I don't know, tight and loose at the same time. I can tell that I'm looking at Scott, but also there's this comfortability in her own mark making, and you can see this in the other piece that she applied with too. That's a charcoal drawing. that will be highlighted later by one of our board members who loved that piece too. But Pam is, again, has been a member for a while. Pam is one of those members that shows up, like, helps me install shows, which I love, and can really, I mean, and a retired educator. At this point, I think she's been retired since 2018, which feels crazy to me, because I feel like she just retired, but this, Pam is like a person in town who continues to make beautiful work. Her studio is at Hatch, if you're ever around there. And Pam, you know, we could not be more thrilled that you are the best in show.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. Again, thank you all for hanging out with us. Happy AHA. We will be here meaning online, for you to engage with and for the rest of the year with this exhibition and other exhibitions to come. So congratulations to all of our members, artists. Thank you for everyone who applied. And you know, this was so much fun.
Thank you again to all of our members who entered the 2020 Members Exhibition. We're thrilled to highlight your work from now through November. And remember, there's so much more online that you can engage with. Check out our Stay Connected page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also check out the Artmobile. We'll be around town this summer. So thank you again to our members who are truly appreciated, and we're so happy to highlight and support your work this year.
Thanks guys, have a good night. Bye.